I think within 2 months, the 60K that I compounded back into it, it returned me another 60K back, and I got a projected return of 1.5 mil at the end. So
Thank you so much for joining me on the call today, TC. Good to have you on.
thanks, mate. Yeah, good to be here. Good to be here. It took some time to plan, but we're finally here, mate.
We
I'm
finally
glad to
made
be
it
here.
happen.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing.
So tell me, what was your experience before working with us and actually after working with us or while working with us?
Well, you mean the experience in crypto then, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So but the reason I joined you guys, what happened before is during the bull run, was it 4 years ago? I started in crypto. I saw crypto on the banners while I was driving the car and stuff like that, and everyone was talking about it. And I was like, oh shit, I got some money. I need to do something with it.
Yeah.
So, and I looked at Twitter and Bitfavo, and everyone was talking about Cardano because that was the big thing then back in the days,
Yeah.
Cardano. So I just bought Cardano and I thought like, oh, let's make it happen. And then Cardano went off, it lifted off. So I think I did a 3 or 4x on my investment. And I was like, fuck, that's amazing, mate. And I was looking at it, oh, it's going to be higher. It's going to be higher. And I was so excited to see my
Yeah.
money grow. And then, and then it went a little bit down. And I was like, fuck, no, it will get back up. Okay. And it went a little bit down more. And I thought like, fuck, it will get back up. And then it went down more. So in the end, I was like 4x up and now I have nothing.
Yeah.
So the experience that I have with crypto is like, I didn't know shit, mate. I just invested in a coin and I saw it on Twitter, saw it on banners. People were talking about it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to invest some money. I have no emotional feeling with money to invest, and it just started to lift up. So I was quite, it went quite okay, but because not having the knowledge about when the cycle was over or something, I didn't got out, so I didn't took my profits, and so my experience was good at the beginning, but in the end, after a year, I had zero of the money I invested. So I still have it though. So probably this year it will go up, and then I will take it out without any profit. So it's 4 years loss in time,
Exactly.
but still.
Kind of a hope and
So
pray scenario then in that case, right?
yeah. I think it will come back to his previous level, previous
Yeah.
all-time highs. Definitely, I'm not in the all-time high, so but it's a waste of time, It's because I've let my money work for me for 4 years. I tried to let it work for me, but in the end, I I have nothing. So, but that's my experience with crypto. Buy it without any knowledge, do something without any knowledge, and just get in and don't get out. Especially don't get out. That's what I was thinking.
Got it.
And now, for that reason, we got in contact through Instagram and we were chatting and stuff, and I was quite interested in other stuff as well. But then I started the money magnet course with you, and what I learned was to read the cycles, to know when what is going to happen. And we cannot see the future, but looking at the data, looking at previous data, looking at how the market cycles turns out and play out, it's always quite similar. So,
Yeah.
and that's what you teach me, like, okay, take it easy, do your research. This is how you work with crypto. So get a laptop and stuff like that. I did everything on my phone. I didn't know that I was in an airport and somebody could just take it all
Yeah,
out. And now
man in
I'm
the
like,
middle attack stuff. Yeah.
yeah. So now I'm like safe, doing it safe, take my laptop everywhere, and
Yeah.
and just have separate things to do my crypto transactions. And that's the first thing that I've learned, like how to go in there with security, and look at the markets. When do you need to get in? How do you do your research? When do you need to get out? So the market is still running. It's not even, well, we're not even in it right now. We're about to get in it, I think. And I already made some profits, so that made some big profits, of
Nice.
course. But that's good. So
Yeah,
so
that
what I've
brings
learned
me.
is,
Yeah.
yeah,
For sure. Yeah, that kind of brings me to my next point for some reason, because like the thing is, given all the skills that you were able to obtain through what we did together, what would be some of like the biggest success highlights to you individually within the
the
mastermind?
first I have two, maybe three success highlights. The first one was, it's not the biggest though, but it was quite amazing because I started with you, I think back in October or something, the end, maybe November, I don't know. And I needed to follow the course and do this and do that. And so I just went all in and just bought everything, set it up, and within I think 3 days or something, I got my money on the bank or in my MetaMask, and I started trading. I started buying crypto. And what I did, it was the first investment that I did was on Friday night, and it was about after transactions, it was around 22K, so 20,000 euros and dollars, excuse me. So I invested the 20,000, and I got a projected 14,000 out the next Saturday morning. And I was like, fuck, this is not going to happen, mate. It cannot be. It cannot be. And I was like, nah, I'm just going to do it. Fuck it. And you told me that it would work. It could go a little bit less, could go a little bit higher. We didn't know before because it's not a gamble, but it's always profits. That was for sure. But how much the profits were, that was uncertain. So, but then Saturday morning, I got 14K out. And that keep compounding. Like every 7 days, some money came out from the money I put it in, and the money is still in there and still gives me some profits every seven days. So within the first month, I got my initial 20,000 in, and I got a 60K out already. It was like, fuck, mate, what the fuck is happening here, And then,
Yeah.
so I was crazy. It was like only a Saturday. I was on my laptop calling my friends, saying, you know what happened? This happened. This happened. It's not possible, mate. How is this?
Yeah.
So my start was like, it was like I think the best start anyone could have. I
Yeah.
think that was amazing. And then talking with you with the money I got out every week, and we discussed how we were going to invest that one or just take it out. And you told me like try to get your initials out if you want to. That's my advice. I didn't do it, but it was your advice to take the initials out and always take some profits, and then reinvest the rest if you want to.
Yeah.
But you could also take it out. But if you reinvest, you start compounding it, and compounding is the way to go. So what I did, I started compounding it. And I think within 2 months, the 60K that I compounded back into it, it returned me another 60K back. And I got a projected return of 1.5 mil at the end. So, and that's
Wow.
amazing, mate. And
Nice.
1.5 million. And I was like looking at my phone. I wasn't looking at my phone. I was looking at my laptop. Of course, I did used to look at my phone. So I was looking at the laptop, and I was like, fuck me, mate. What's happening? Like 1.5 mil. I was like so excited. I was like
Yeah, man.
feeling, hey, cannot be true. Cannot be
Gordon
true. So
Belfort.
yeah. Like Wall Street, Wall Fuel. That's what I mean. I was like, fuck, I'm going to invest crypto. I have some money, and now, fuck, I'm a millionaire. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I felt. I even made
Nice.
a video like a milli, like this.
Oh,
It
nice.
was crazy, man. And
Wow.
and of course, it was projected at the moment, and I was looking at like,
True.
okay, take some weight off the 1.5, keep the knowledge that it's a projected return. I already got like 120 out, reinvested 60 of that, of course, but still it was a 1.5. Taking the weight off, looking at the charts, looking at you, talking with you about how it's going to turn out. Eventually, it was going to turn out till around maybe 500, but it could go to 1.5 as well. And now we are 6 months further in the line in time, and now looking at the way it's about to turn out, I don't need a lot to make it happen, mate. I don't need
You
a
know what
lot
the
to make
best
it
thing
happen.
is? I've been looking in some data as well. And right now, we're in the supply distribution phase where supply is just getting distributed through the markets. Today, specifically, also with the Ethereum ETF, if you look at that chart, it's one big battlefield, basically. And I just think that based on the supply that is moving in and out, as well as the liquidity that is being provided inside of these strategies, even the least amount of money, obviously, some things need to be cleared out as we're moving along the timeline. Even the smallest amounts of money can drag all of us up with another 10x in no time. And if that happens again, well, then a lot of things. The
Then I'm happy, mate. Then I'm happy.
iPhone back.
Yeah. No. What happened if that's going to happen? I think it will, because yeah, you explained it very well, and I'm not stupid. I look at the charts, I look at the data, I look at how things are working out, and I
Yeah.
can see that the 10x, it's a formality, mate. If
Yeah.
that's almost like a security. It isn't a security, and it's always it stays crypto, and but looking at the data, looking at what we have, looking at the liquidity, looking at how much money is going to inflow into crypto, into the projects, then a 10x is like it's going to happen. And
It's
if
not a
that
prediction
happens,
any longer. Yeah. You
No,
can
yeah,
basically the thing is like what we do and what we do specifically, at least one of the ways we make money is through scarcity. And if you just look at the amount of money that is driving up the scarcity of what we're holding right now, we're talking about millions of dollars that are reducing the supply as we speak. So you literally just went from having a hope and pray scenario in crypto where it's like, hey, let me get my money into certain
yeah,
assets and just wait until it goes up.
yeah,
And right now it's
yeah,
literally just like still waiting for that, but knowing that it's not longer a gamble or a hope and pray. You can see the data, and the data is just burning supply. So, and no
yeah,
matter
man.
whether somebody liquidates or enters the market, if people liquidate, the protocols buy back. If people buy, well, then the protocol grows. So there's no way
True.
back, and there's a bigger like supply decrease possible than the current market cap is of the things that we're investing into. So what I would say is if you look at what we've been doing the last couple of months together, what do you think sets our approach apart, both the way I coach as well as the people inside of the mastermind and what it is from like a high level?
It is a high level though, because it's crypto, but the way you explain it, the way you do it, the way you make it sound, the way you make people understand, I think the main goal, the main word I can use is just keep it simple. Because that's what you like. It's like a religion made for you. Like keep it simple, don't make too much choices, don't go investing in all this stuff. No,
Yeah.
this is the thing we do, this is where we are good at, this is what we know. Try to stay there, keep it easy, keep it simple, and just let the money work for you. So
Yeah.
what I've learned is like to keep it simple, because I always overthink things. I want to, oh,
Yeah.
there's something. Oh, there's something. I can make money there. I can make money there. No, 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 no. If you divide your attention too much, then you cannot focus on the right for 100% on the things that matter. And I think that's the main thing you've teach me, and take
Appreciate it.
profits and compound. So
Yeah.
keep it simple, focus on one or two things, not 10 things together, just one or two or three things. Focus on that, compound your money, take some profits out, live a little bit on the side, because I've been living a little bit.
Yep. Dude, it's insane. I remember this projection kicked in, and day after day, you got like a massage in Bali, then you were in there, then you were there. Like you were traveling,
Right,
man.
mate. I even, the thing I did, and that was the most thing I'm the most proud of, and that's what me together we made that happen.
Yeah.
Is I've flown first class with Emirates from Auckland, New Zealand to Amsterdam. But it
Wow.
was a 17-hour flight with a 3-hour layover, and then 7 hours from Dubai to Amsterdam. And I did a first class. I paid like shit ton of money for it, but it didn't matter, mate, because we make money with crypto.
That's
I
it.
was taking a shower in the plane. Imagine, I was taking a shower in the plane. I was like,
Wow.
"Fuck, my crypto make this happen." Thanks,
Yeah, right.
Arno.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
But I think what you just said is very important, bro, because I think the general traditional in TradFi, traditional finance, the majority of people think working harder means making more. Like that's how I have personally been taught to grow up. My parents were always saying, the more you work, the more you earn. Do a side job, do a side hustle, all that stuff. In crypto, the least amount of decisions you make, the more you make, because there's so many people, like you said, that would go for 10 different things. They dilute their cash under the norm of diversification, which I kind of understand. You don't want to be 80% into Ripple and 20% into Ethereum, because that means
no.
80% waiting for like a lawsuit just to recover. It's crazy. But just like that general idea of knowing that you don't have to dilute yourself is a massive one. Because like here's the thing, when I back in the days was able to succeed or exceed that 1.5 million mark myself at the age of 25, I remember I had something very specific. I was not diversifying, so that money was working like crazy. I literally just went from like a brokey mindset, having €5, €0, €1,000 to my name, to out of a sudden having 1.5 without even working hard, just being smart, just checking Twitter. And I remember, and I want to ask this to you because I actually never did. I remember I had some ego issues. There was like a duality between the guy that was still a €5 guy, and then the guy that had 1.5 mil, started to take my money out, started to go to nightclubs, started being the baller, started to day trade, started to waste. Were there any frictions in your beliefs that were not allowing you to really allow or guidance in a way where you were like, hey, this is my vision. I'm not going to be open to their vision. And then even on the earning side, did you have that with the money as well? That was a
So
long
so
question.
that's a hard question, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on with I'm rethinking it in English. I have to translate it all in my head, you know? No, no,
Yeah.
no. So looking at, I think sometimes I had a hard time with you explaining things to me because I always think like what I know is the best thing, you know, and then what I think that's the best way. But I was thinking like, okay, so what you're saying now, I know I always took that in doubt, you know, I was thinking it over myself, and I think that's good to do, but not in too much, you know, just
Yeah.
keep it a little bit simple. Don't overthink it. And um, so the problem that I had with not at the beginning, but in a certain point was that you were saying stuff to me, and I was like, "Fuck no, mate! I want to do this." I invested even in the project with you saying me that you don't do it. It's red flags all over it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. And I was like, "Fuck you, mate! Why? I want to do it as well. You know, I get some money out of this, and I want to
How
get
much
some money
risk you
out of
want
that.
to see?
Yeah, yeah, yeah." so so I kind of doubted you back then, you know, because I was like, okay, this is working for me now, so we need to do something else. And
Yeah.
I kind of got back from that because I lost money.
Yeah.
So something needed to happen for me to fully 100% put my trust into you instead of doubting you
Yeah.
sometimes. And I still do know. And if you'd say
Sure.
something, I still do my own research
You
because
have
I
to.
think, yeah, you always say that like do your own research. I can say it to you, but I'm not a financial advisor. You need to check it yourself, and that's what I always do. So I check it myself. But that was the main part that happened. That I invested in the coin in the project. You said don't do it. It's red flags all over it. And I was like, fuck me, I'm doing it. And I took a little. It was
Yeah.
a little looking at what I had. It wasn't a little looking at what I had before I started, but still, it was so a little nuance in that one.
Of that.
But after so I lost the money, and then I was like, okay, fuck, just put the trust in Arno, keep it simple, don't doubt him, do your own research still, but just keep it like that. So my ego kind of left me on that part, like I always know better, because that's
Nice.
what you meant, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I rely rely is not the word, relate to it basically, because like I had the same. I had a lot of people where I was like, look, I doubt you. I'm not gonna listen. And luckily, because with some people, that's actually the best thing to do. There's people like a Richard Kiyosaki, like from Rich Dad Poor Dad. He's been tweeting things that are very contradictory a lot of the times. One thing is this, the other day is that. Obviously, that's what crypto is and what the markets are. But there's a lot of people in crypto that I genuinely just listen to based on a surface level. And then there's a couple of people where it's like, hey, this is what I'm gonna listen to myself. Like I never had a mentor. It was trial and error, 8 years of grinding, just like you mentioned, the day trading hustle and all that stuff, just like losing track of things. Like when I made 1.5 mil, first thing I could think of was let's take out 70 grand, let's just start day trading, put it all in a social token, the Portugal one. Ratio got fixed towards Ethereum. $40,000 blown out of the air. And I was like, okay, now it's time to be serious. So
Yeah.
and yeah, and you have to like I think you also mentioned you had like a
70, take
side income.
70K out, 70K.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing, you know. But yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
know
what
now. I can relate to it as well at this
yeah.
moment, but I couldn't like 6 months ago. But so
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like like you want to diversify your risk a little bit when you make these amounts of money and you don't want to go all in. But yeah, it's 70K, it remains a 70K. And losing a 40
It's
grand in the middle of the Jungle Cruise movie, trading in the middle of that like movie theater, it was a Jungle
why?
Cruise, mate.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a
yeah.
very
It was
painful cruise.
an expensive movie as well,
Yeah, it
mate.
was
Was
no
what one hundred
popcorn
dollar
were
per
needed.
popcorn? $100 per popcorn.
That was the case, man. That was how I felt. And I literally was day trading with Maddie during that movie. Like she was way better at it than myself. Like you know that as a male, like women are way more structured. At least like she was
Yeah.
very good in the order book. She was very good in taking notes, all that stuff. And like despite that, like she's able to take certain amount of profits, like 1 to 5 a day. Obviously, that doesn't compare to what we can make. And I think that's the biggest benefit of just like putting it behind me, where it's like, hey, you can have less time and make more money. But despite that, I do think there's rationales and ways to make money on the side. And I think you mentioned a couple of things to me as well that you did to make your money on the side as well. And I remember that was not day trading, it was something more predictable, right?
Yeah, yeah,
At this
not
point?
anymore though, because what I did, I didn't do like day trading. Like
Okay.
it was a little bit more like weak trading, I think. That was the problem. So I lost some money with that one. But then I got in touch with algorithmic trading,
Okay.
and that's kind of the thing that I'm focused on right now because it takes the emotion out, it takes everything out, it just follows a certain path and just makes your profits like every day. It's small, it's
Yeah.
really small, but if you just put enough money in there, it's a big one. And I look at percentages. So what we did now is we even started a company with it where we do just algorithmic trading. We have software who does that for people. And I use it myself as well. And the profits that I make. So what I do is I take some crypto profits, put them in the bot, let it trade with it, take the profits from the bot out, put it back into crypto. And that's kind of the way I'm like piling up money, and using both assets as to grow my capital. So that's
A
what I
good
do at the moment. And I think
diversification. Yeah.
yeah, I think it is because like the algorithmic, the bot, it takes emotion out, takes everything out. It just
Yeah.
follows the same path, and we tested it way back, so we know how it works. We know how it reacted in certain periods of time where there was a lot of like pressure going on in the markets, and so we know what it does. So it's kind of safe. I can say it's safe, and that's what I'm using now to get more into crypto because I think you don't need to overdo it. That's what you say. Keep it simple. That's what you have taught me. And I think algorithmic trading is simple because I don't need to do anything. Just take
That's
money
it.
out. And that's what I like, take money out.
That's it. Time
So
efficiency.
yeah, that
Nice.
combined with the crypto, I don't put a lot of time and effort now in the crypto as well because,
Nice.
the first 2 months was like learning, learning, learning. I think I overlearned it a little bit more than
Yeah.
than most people did. I don't know because I was like full focused on it. But then within a
Yeah.
month, I knew everything. And then after a month, I just started to keep doing what I'm doing, and now I just let it flow.
Yeah.
So I can focus on other things where on
Same
my
here.
company, for example. Yeah,
Same here. Yeah, I'm a business owner as well at the end of the day. And one of the biggest issues I have with day trading is the fact that you just like you set alerts, you have to make the trading journals, you look at the charts, things happen out of a sudden. There's nobody that is really prepared for that. And then I could exclude algorithmic trading in some way where it's like it's way more logical, it's driven by data, it's driven by software that is proven. There's way more logic instilled into that. But just like in general, that idea of just being time efficient, where it takes 2 to 3 hours to set something up and minutes just to manage it, I think that really is something. Now, obviously, when we come up with these things like algorithmic trading, time efficiency, trading, crypto, 1.5 mil, because again, like if we talk about these projections, we cannot underestimate them.
1.5 mil.
Let's get it. The thing is, what do we say to somebody that's completely new, to somebody that watches this video and might be on the fence of joining us, that might be a little bit skeptical and thinks, okay, good, DC, thank you, goodbye. You got 1.5 mil. Does it mean I can do it? What do you think people miss or need to be able to get similar results?
Dedication.
Why?
I have to be honest though, the 1.5 mil is I invested I started initially with 25.
Yeah.
So after transaction, it was 22, what I mentioned
Yep.
in the beginning of the chat.
Yep.
But so I started with a lot of money. So that because of a lot of money, I was able to get there pretty fast
Yep.
within a year. So you have to take the nuance out of that one.
For
But
sure.
I also because what I did, I started for myself and I also started for a friend of mine, and he gave me 1,000. And you know that I talked to you
Yeah.
about that when I started it. My
Mhm.
business companion, he gave me 1,000, and I started trading with 1,000 as well. And that 1,000, it's projected 100K as well. So that's like
Nice.
fucking amazing. Sorry, 100K. That's a 10K at the moment, not a 100K, a 10K at the moment. So
Yeah.
within that 6 months, I didn't do anything with that. I just let it
Gave
flow
it
a little,
time.
let it flow a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got already 10K in his wallet, and I still have some projected, I think 2,000 or something in there. So
Cool.
if that does the same price search as my own portfolio, that makes him at 20 or 30 or something. So
Nice.
that's insane, And it's like
Yeah, knowing
going from
even
a
knowing that that was in a bear cycle, by the way, because that was still a
exactly.
bearish
So
sentiment. Yeah.
mate, he was like, "You're not gonna make money with this." He gave it to me, and we came off like last week. I just came back to the Netherlands because I've been traveling a lot and stuff, and he was here, and I was like, "Take a look at your portfolio," and he was like, "Fuck, mate, how did you do that?"
Didn't touch a button.
Just Didn't touch a button, mate. I just did it easy. Did some stuff. Just followed the same path, not exactly the same path as I did, but I just followed the path.
Nice.
So what I can say to people, it doesn't matter how much money you have to invest. If you can set some money aside, and it could be 200, could be 1,000, could be 5,000, could be 10,000. There is no limit to it. But you have to see, like, if you put in 200, you can make 1,000. If you put in 1,000, you can make 4,000. Like
Yep.
that's how you have to see it. And if you
Power of the high
keep
numbers.
compounding, yeah, that's it. So, but looking at the percentage, it's still the same, and
Yeah.
that's crazy, mate. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, and if you don't know anything about crypto, or if you do know something about crypto, or you just want, but you made the bad decisions, and you're like, fuck, I didn't do well, I lost some money, and I know investing in a coach, it's a lot of money as well, but I can assure you that if you got like at least 1,000 to invest, within 2 months or 3 months, you have it back within easily. And that's like a guarantee. And if you don't get it, no, I'm not going to say this, by the way. I want to say,
Slap
I'll
it.
pay it for you. I'll pay it for you. I don't care. No, but I'm that certain of it.
Yeah.
When you get in there and you have like a small amount,
Yeah.
then it's way worth it. It's definitely worth it. And it's not only now, because this is not the first cycle, it's not the last cycle as well. So the knowledge you learn within the money magnet, you can take it with you within 3 years or 4 years. There's a new cycle. And then you prepare it before the cycle. Mate, then it's going to be even higher. And then you already make some profits this year, and then you make some profits next year, and you made some profits. And then when it goes like this again, within 5 years, I don't know, then it's going even higher. So what do you need is dedication. Don't look at me like you went from this to that. Yeah, I went from this to that. I did that, and you could do the same. But if you have the same money, you could do the same. But if you have less money, you can still do the same percentage.
If you
So
have
don't
the
look
same
at them
dedication as well.
if you have the same dedication, because you need to invest some time with it, especially in the beginning, to learn what we do, to learn how it works. And we have like a big community. And if you have any question, you can just ask it, and there's always someone who wants to reply to you. I even hopped on one-on-one calls with people within the money magnet to discuss certain things together, to look at like, oh, how do you do this? I do that. And then after, we had like a call together where we shared our vision with the group. So it's like one big family, where everyone helps each other, and we're growing together. And yeah, so I think, don't be scared. Have faith in yourself, because that you can make it. And have my little brother is in there as well, and
Nice.
he's like, he was looking at like, where do I need to go, what do I need to do with my life. He was like looking, searching, a little bit lost, I think. And then I was like, mate, you can do this. And he said like, yeah, I'm not smart enough. And I know, because it takes time for him to understand things, and it took
Yeah.
him a little bit more time to understand it. But still, now he's making profits.
He's
And it's
crushing it,
like,
but
fuck
it's
me.
also because he's showing up more. Like I told him a
Yeah,
couple of
yeah,
times on the Q&As,
dedication.
he was on the Q&A, and I was like, look, you have to keep coming. Every single Q&A, I was congratulating him. I was like, guys, be like this man. He's showing up, he's taking notes, he's taking action. And at the end of the day, that's the only thing that really like is a thing for me to mention, is that if you can take notes, if you can click a couple of buttons, if you can understand some things that are explained in a simple way, and you can show up to either a recording or a live, there's no
True,
way for
mate.
you to really mess it up.
Everyone know how this thing works, right?
Exactly.
Everyone knows. And how do we learn it? By using it. And that's
That's
what
it.
you need to do.
Awesome.
Follow the instructions, use it, learn, and then you will evolve. That's what happens. So that's the thing I can say. It's for everyone. Everyone can learn. If you're either 18, or you're 55 or 60 or 70, you can
We've
learn. If
proven
you
that.
want to,
Yeah.
yeah, we've
Look at
proven that.
Sweet,
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
example. Look at Lee, all the ages we have. It's insane. I love it. Yeah. Sure.
So just in my opinion, I think the decision to start Money Magnet with you, but I was on the what is it, like,
Then
balance of,
yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah, I
edge
wanted to
something.
start trading, like full-time trading, or I wanted to join the Money Magnet, and I decided to join the Money Magnet. And in the end, I think that's, if you look back at decisions you make in life, I cannot say it's the best decision I made in my life, because that was dumping my ex-girlfriend. But no, 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 just kidding, man. No,
I'm gonna cut that
no,
out.
yeah, 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 that's all right. No, just kidding. No, but like,
I love that.
But looking at like the decisions I made this last year, I'm sorry, mate. I think it's one of the best decisions I made in the last year.
I love that.
Joining the Money Magnet, the knowledge that you give me, the people give me, the family that I'm in, I can always fall back on them. If any questions, everyone is willing to help you out. And then looking at like the last 6 months, I've been traveling. I've been to Asia. I've been to New Zealand. I've flown first class, and I did that all with yeah, due to you, mate. It's because I started with Money Magnet. Because else I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I could, but then the money was gone, and now I did it with profits, and the money is still working for me.
Love that.
So yeah, it's
No
great, mate.
brainer.
It's great. Yeah, I think, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer. And everyone that will ask me or give me like a message or ATC, what do you think? I said, yeah, just do it, mate. If you have dedication, if you want to grow, if you want to be financially free within a year, within 2 years, 5 years, I don't know, it will happen. Of course, we're looking at markets, how it's going to play, how it's going to turn out, but it always follows the same structure. And you taught me that, and now I
Yeah.
know. So you want to join? It's a no-brainer, mate. Just join.
Let's get it. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
your time, brother. Thank you for being on. And with that being said, mate, up to maybe in the future another video where we take things even to that next level, where
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
you
yeah,
take a
yeah,
shower on the planet, on another planet, whatever. We never know, but
yeah.
it's gonna be
On the
exciting.
plane, on the Emirates plane. Yeah, you couldn't take photos, so I didn't. But I was thinking after, I was like, fuck, I needed to take my phone with me,
Nice.
mate. Nobody was looking at it, but amazing, amazing.
Exciting stuff. Well, thanks again, brother. Talk to you soon and keep on
Welcome.
crushing it, I would say. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bro.
Hey guys, for the first time ever, we just released our insane DeFi passive income training that covers everything I have learned going from $0 to over $1.5 million with crypto by the age of 25. And it's online right now for a limited time only. So if you want to get your hands on it before it disappears, make sure to click the first link down below in the description right now.